As the tree roots into the earth, the tendrils of thoughts twist to the soul. As the fire renews the field, the birthing labors produce the foal. As the mantis climbs to his mate, the heart outstretched to her fair hand. As the hunter kills its prey, beside this hill he crafts from sand.
I'll kill you all if I have to. Damn boggarts. Give me a moment. Suddenly, very dizzy. They're out in droves. I don't know. Didenhill's warden. That means he sees to things, keeps us safe and the like. It's the blood plague. The boggarts carry it. Nearly all of the village has been infected. Most don't die from it, but it can weaken a man fiercely. Without a cure, the village won't last much longer. The She, you're nearly standing in it. It's the living wood, heart of the Feylands. Didenhill is a haven for those traveling from Gorehart to Galliford. But now, nowhere is safe. Aside from the boggarts and blood plague? Look, you should turn around and go. Go somewhere safe. This is no place for visitors right now. Kester Barclay would know far better than me. He's in the town square. Go and ask him yourself. Talk to you later.
Welcome. I am Luminitza. Is it for fate weaving that you have come to my lonely side of the lake? Yes, the old Curs and Didenhill. Came by for a drink last night, caught up in old times. Sadly, I have not been welcome across the lake for a long time. When I first arrived here, I gave fortunes to several villagers. The fates were not happy ones. Of course, until I drew their cards, I had no idea. They blamed me and cut off ties. It's not witchcraft like the townsfolk believe. It's simply reading the threads of fate. Unlike most, I started when I was a mere slip of a girl. You see, my mother told fates, and I learned sitting on her knee. So long.
Just what do you think you're doing poking around this jail? The boggarts caused it, sure. But what caused the boggarts? That witch, Luminitsa. That's what I think. It's always one thing or another. Trust me, they've got enough troubles with the Blood Plague. The damned Fate Weaver. She lives right over there, on this cursed side of the lake. I'm the jailer. What do I look like?
I will never be your lover, yet I will make a likeness of your loveliness, your sun-kissed face, your moonlit eyes. I found a crest of sand, from which I will give my love true form.
You're welcome in Dyden. I wish Murdoch Hayne had a few more fire potions for the boggart. Anyone who's able serves in the militia. It's the only way.
When times were better, we'd hunt in these woods.
My brother Thaddeus. He's sicker than he knows. I fear for him if he doesn't take a rest from guard duty. We suffer our share of hardships, true. I'm a miller. None of these crafts and such for me. When I'm not at the millstone, I'm here by the... Take after my old Uncle Ensenegg that way. The fishing's good here, but the fish, well, they're as wild as the she is all. I'm a miller. Take after my old Uncle Ensenegg. He stood there day and night. He'll die of plague is the short and long of it. Don't quite know how to talk sense into the fool. Our sister could if she wasn't laid in bed with the plague herself. She was fine until 2 days passed. Then, all of a sudden, she could hardly stand. Astrid's tending to her now. When she took sick is right when Thaddeus got that foolish notion stuck in his head. He's an odd one. Lives in Ettenmere, of all places. Aye.
If you ask me, that witch across the lakes had a hand in this plague.
Plague or thunder, the craft hall's doors are always open.
War-sworn work? Good. The gold's run low and my mother's not doing so well. To the Warden's bridge it is. It's seen its share of hardship, so I can serve in the militia and do what I can. All able bodies must serve in turn. Since war, it's an honor to be taken as hireling, and they do look after their own. Since Mother fell ill, I've had more work and pay than ever before. I'm more grateful than I can say. The plague troubles died in here. It's but a hindrance for the young and healthy. For her, for the older ones, some get through it. Mother. Aye, the one smack in the heart of Loch Rain. Go north of here, then east, then south along the road. Farewell, Mother. I won't be long.
Oh. My skin burns.
Bring your dear mother a drop of water. Brother Fallon should have come.
Sorry, but there's no plague shield left.
None. At all.
I'm sorry. There simply isn't any more.
And a bandit.
It's gone. I'm sorry, but I'm simply out of Plague Shield. There's nothing I can do for you or anyone else till I have it. Blasted blood plague. Normally, I'd say it's not as bad as it sounds. Doesn't kill most of the time, just weakens. Only half the village has it now, and a bedridden village starves sooner or later. Lumpkins, oafs, and I suppose they all mean well. Only, well, she made no friends when she first settled here. Don't know which had less sense in their noggins, her or the crafter lot. And what I'd like to know is, why didn't she see it coming? Only thing for treating the blood plague. Few indeed have the skill to make it. I certainly can't, for all my years as a healer. It treats the blood plague, which almost all of Didenhill's sick with just now. Brother Fallon should have come with more. Can't think where he is. Good, because the whole village needs that plague shield. Never mind what happened to that old oaf. I need the medicine. 3 parcels at least. Go up the road through Glendara Wood that leads to the mission. Bring the plague shield yourself if you must. Well, Brother Fallon should have it. But on with you. Get.
Ah, the castle. This tells me that your tavern will be a part of Loch Dyden for decades to come.
Last month you told me that the plague would take us all.
I know, but
Hope they
that's
fed
not
well
what
up
fate
north from the
says
mission.
anymore.
Damn it, Agarth. You're cut off.
Yeah, and I bet I know whose fault that is.
How could a person's fate just change like that? This doesn't make any sense.
It's your fault that I can't pay my tab, you know? I wasn't ever supposed to come back here in the first place. I've spent the last 20 years knowing what fate had in store for me. And then you... Damn it. I thought I had my life figured out. I know. It's just... I wasn't always the man I am now. In my youth, I was quite the warrior. I fought beasts the size of trees, was celebrated by mortals and fae alike. When I was initiated into the Fate Weavers, I thought it was a reward for my good deeds. The first time I saw my own fate, I realized it was nothing but a curse. My own death, of course. But not a hero's death as I had always dreamed. I was going to die alone and unknown, killed by an Etin and used for stew. It was a terrible end, but I knew it was part of fate's greater plan. Then you came and changed that future. You stole my part in the tapestry. I was at peace with knowing the worst. But what do I do now that there's nothing to know? You're right. My glory days don't have to be over, and as long as I'm around you, I don't know how my story will end. That means I've got to make sure you stay around in one piece. Maybe this old trinket from my youth will help. After all, I don't just owe you my life. I owe you my future. Why, I once tracked the Yeth of Avgrun on a moonless night by smell alone. Fey or not, I could have tracked those Tuatha sober. They've set up in a cavern north of town, complete with some way of scrying your location. That's how they found you so easily. I have a plan, but it'll take the both of us to work. These soldiers were sent out with one purpose: finding you and making sure you stay dead. Everything else, the Well, Arden, Hughes, have all been collateral damage. They're using something big to track you. They call it the Eyes of Tirnoch. Smash it, and they won't be following you anymore. The main entrance is heavily guarded and will require a strong attack. The other route is trapped. It'll need a subtler approach. I don't have an answer for that. I can't imagine what about you made Gadflow send his troops across the continent. Straightforward and direct. A warrior after my own heart. I'll cover the back and make sure they can't escape to report back to whoever sent them here. Let's track down some trouble.
This is the 3 lamps. Plague's put my own grey in the healer's care, but we're open. We've had our plague shield, and well, so far so good. He's sick, off at the healer's. And while he is, I can make this inn presentable. And ain't it? He's sick. And while he is, I can... Oh, he looked so fine the day he marched off a fresh soldier. I fear boggarts and blood plague have done what war could not. Great. We've an open room, if you've gold to pay. Suit yourself. Best cup of ale and cut of roast in all Dallentarth. And our...
Right then.
You're a brave soul coming to Didenhill. This little village is faring pretty badly, and I would know. I was in the war. It's in your best interest to fill your pack and depart as soon as you're able. The blood plague works fast, very fast. It's pretty nasty, and You don't want to know about me. Besides, that name hardly means anything to me now. I came back different, a shadow of the boy from Goreheart. I'd rather not talk about it, if that's okay with you. I think about the war enough as it is, and I doubt these wolves will ever let me forget it. It was once an old Alfar outpost. Nothing extraordinary. Nelson Shear is where I lost this hand. You met Gisela? How? I sent that death notice. She should know that I'm dead. She cannot know that I survived. Call me a coward. Call me whatever you wish. I am not the same man she wed so long ago. I am broken. I cannot subject her to the nightmares, the wounds, the restlessness. I will spare her that torment. I don't know. I've endured much, but perhaps she has endured even more. Her silent vigil has no doubt been as trying as my time on the battlefield. You're right. This reunion is one we both deserve. We have earned our happiness. How could I have ever considered anything else? Thank you, truly. Thank you. I paid a scholar to fashion a false death notice, the kind the army uses to inform the next of kin that a soldier has fallen in the line of duty. A courier left with it several days ago. All my hope for Gisela's future went with it.
What's that? Stupid bloody peasants. Alfred Gwilregas will not suffer to get this sickness afflicting this town. Now be gone. Take your poisoned air and get out of my sight. It's bad enough that I'll be quarantined here. Get away from me, you damned nuisance. I'm Alfred Gwilregas. I don't need to put up with the likes of you. Back, you imbecile! These robes are woven of Canerot gossamer. You won't touch them.
Brother Fallon should have come. Astrid needs that medicine. Hope they fed well up north in the mission.
Anyone who's able serves in the militia.
Yes?
By Mitharu, what is it you...
Oh, hello. Did Thaddeus send you? Kester Barclay. My apologies. I don't mean to be rude. This crisis has me a bit on edge. He won't likely kill you. We're simple people here. I grew up here. Seems like only yesterday I went to fight in the war. When I got back, I was the toast of the town. Thought I was through with all that fighting. That boy needs to rest. He's got the cough. Won't listen to me or his own brother. Yes, that's it. Did Thaddeus tell you? The boggarts carry it in their venom, and they're spreading it everywhere. Normally the things keep to themselves. Looks like some Jotun got into their lair, though. Forced the boggarts out. I can't, but Astrid Frisk, our healer, can. That is when she has the medicine to treat it. We've been running low. More should have arrived this morning. You can ask her about it if you're curious. You're either brave or a fool. But if you could kill the Jotun, perhaps the boggarts would leave us alone. All right. Travel north to the boggarts' lair in Coilsbane and clear out their cave. Our own healer. As you can imagine, she's hardly slept since the outbreak. If you think you can be of any help, you most likely find her in her cottage, tending to the sick. Lumbering brutes. Almost twice as tall as a man and just as wide. Why they came to Glendara is anyone's guess. They just showed up one day. We weren't going to stop them. Coilsbane is a boggart cave just north of town. Well, it used to be anyway. A while back, some Jotun started digging in the caves. They drove the boggarts out, and right into our town. Don't know what the Jotun were looking for, or if they've found it, and I don't care. I just want them gone. They can't allow them to run around unchecked. Driving the Jotun from Coilsbane, of course, Astrid Frisk could probably... Until later, then.
It's the boggarts bring the blood plague.
Can I help you?
I have full faith in Kester to keep us safe.
The militia's store of potions has been used up. We lost our alchemist nearly a month ago. Now it's up to me to resupply reagents and brew the potions. Somehow. What? You mean Oleander's gone and got himself killed? Ah, poor sod. More genius than sense, I always said. Best thing against... I can manage a crude semblance thereof. Dyden Hill's warden and war hero. Aye, that Luminitza. If she called all them boggarts upon us, or simply plagued up the well, it wouldn't surprise me none. Where we crafters work and mostly live. Olin and Cora handle our biggest problem is boggarts. And the best thing against them would be fire. So it's fire potions. Tinder twig and scarwood bark. They're out in Glendara wood, but the wood's been far too dangerous for the likes of me. Makes sense, doesn't it? Wooden little things after all. You do seem the brave and heroic sort. Well, the village has a fund. Tinder twigs often in that cave-like pass south of the lake. And scarwood barks found by the ruins in northern Glendara wood. Tinder twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. And tinder twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold... Ah, fine specimens too. Have this for your trouble. Kester and Cora. They're the cornerstones that hold this village up.
Reisberg Arms and Armors, blacksmithing on premises. Oh, it's Inga who's By making the craft hall, The day I met Inga, she... Smote me in the heart. Good then. Don't mind me. I'm soft on... Those old songs of hero. So long.
Can I help you? Welcome to our famed craft hall. If you've come to buy, you may... Our doors are always open.
Kester and Cora. Tinder twig, which is easiest found in iron... More reagents. Good, good. She's the head and the heart...
Can I help you?
Need something?
It is you. I never dared hope that this day would come. Once you start to believe in the fantasy, the reality becomes too unbearable to return to. Camden has returned to me, and you have made it so. You have done the impossible, and for that, I owe you more than this meager reward. I can see a future now, where before there was only the harsh cold of a long winter. Now there is the warmth of spring. Thank you. Farewell.
Did you... I don't remember the last time I slept. The Red Legion has everyone on guard. We don't ever take our...